you a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. As always, I am Mr. Clark Griswold, excited and happy to have you guys here. If you are a first-timer to this channel, then I welcome you. Thank you to my new subscribers, my old subscribers, the people who have not subscribed yet. If you are one of those, hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell. That bell gives you notifications for when I send out videos like this every day. Okay, Monday through Friday, I'm sending out daily setups. I send out weekly setups on Mondays, and I send out monthly setups, swing setups at the beginning of the month. I send out learning tools, motivational videos, informational videos, all kinds of other good stuff for you guys. So make sure you give me a follow. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold, and feel free to ask me questions or comment on either of those platforms on Twitter or YouTube. I get back to people usually within the same day, okay? So today we're going through the Lotto Friday watch list for March 18th. You don't even need to look at this as a watch list, guys. You can look at this as a learning tool and learning when to get in, how to read the bars, how to read the candles, where we're getting in, where we're getting out, and just eyeballs on the screen. And the more you do that, the more successful you'll become as a trader, the more confident you'll become. It'll be like writing your name. The more time you spend watching these videos and looking at the plays and the setups, okay? So let's get started. If you haven't already, you can grab a piece of paper and a pen or take screenshots. It doesn't matter. You can write down the ticker symbol and the entries, and then you guys can kind of figure out your own exits after we go through the video. So let's get started. First on the list is Ford. That's ticker symbol F. We have an inside bar. Inside bars do not pass the high or the low right here of the previous candles. And it doesn't matter if we're looking at a daily chart, weekly, monthly, minute, second. Inside bars are inside bars. Just like outside bars are outside bars. They're the same on every time frame. Okay, so an inside bar shows consolidation within a stock. The bulls don't know if it's going higher. The bears don't know if it's going lower. They don't know which direction they're going to take it. So it's consolidating, and it's getting spring loaded, getting ready to explode into one direction or the other. So we can take calls at the top of those inside bars. So this one, for example, is 1658 on Ford, or you can take puts on the bottom of that inside bar, okay? 1616. And I know some of you guys know all this information already, but we have new people all the time, new followers, people watching the videos, so I just want to make sure I go through it with them, okay? Now, when we look for targets and exits on this, we want to look at the preceding wicks. And what I mean by that is, so this inside bar, the preceding wick, the next closest one, so is here. And then the next closest one is obviously way down here, which likely isn't going to hit. So how do we find a wick or a pivot point? You can call these pivot points. You can call them magnitude. You can call them targets. It doesn't matter. So to get targets in between here, you can just hop back to the hourly. And then scroll back. And then you find the next preceding wicks. Okay? Here. And I can take it here if you'd like. And then what we do, we can go back to the day, the daily chart, and there you have it. Now you have targets in place, and you can take your profit at these targets as we go about. And then, guys, same thing if we're going to the high side and we're taking calls. Obviously, it's the highs and the highs of the preceding wicks. Okay, so here, and there's another one here. Okay, so that's the way. I'll broaden this out for you so you guys see that. That's the way you play it. Our entries are in yellow, our targets are in green. Okay? The other thing I'd like to point out here is the day and the week are both green. That's time frame continuity, okay? So time frame is day, week, month, quarterly, yearly. Those are the different time frames, just like you see up here. Day, week, month, quarterly, yearly. Okay? So when we're day trading, I usually like to see the day and the hour the same color. The week is a bonus. Then if the month is the same color, that's even bigger bonus, so on and so forth. So I like to see these all in the same direction. It gives us more probability of the direction that the trade's going to go. So if you're asking me, the probable guess is that this is going to go higher tomorrow, okay, based on the time frame on the day and the week being green. But it is Lotto Friday tomorrow, so we will see what happens on Ford. We'll move along a little quicker now. CL is Colgate Palmolive. So again, I've already put targets in on this one for you guys, but this is probably one of the most powerful setups you guys that I see in the market. Okay, so it's a 3-1 pattern. It's an outside bar followed by an inside bar. So, and not always, but probabilities when we get this 3-1 setup like this, that we get ready for an explosion to one side or the other, and it's a really good play for us to jump in on, okay? So an outside bar again, we break the high of the previous bar, we break the low of the previous bar. Okay, so we have an outside, inside bar. We can take calls at 75.43, puts at 74.61. Okay, and then targets as they are laid out here. Okay, I'm going to go back on CL just to see the last time that we had a 3-1 setup, okay? I don't want to say they're rare patterns because they do happen, but they're usually explosive patterns, okay? So this one looks like it was followed by an outside bar, but we opened here, okay? So this wouldn't even have been a play for us, but you can see it did jump way up. And I saw one back here, one more here. Okay, so this one, there was only a little bit of a gain. This really isn't holding true to my theory, but probabilities tell us that when we have these setups, that more often than not, we take them for big gains. Okay, so here's one that works out for us, okay? Outside bar, inside bar, and look, we break the high here at 81.87, and this thing goes to 82.58. So, you know, it's only just over $1.50 or whatever it is, but in options, that $1.50 is a massive play, okay? So that is CL, okay? Next up, BABA. And guys, there was a ton of inside bars right at the end of the day. Neo had one. There's a couple others that had them, and I'd take them off my list because they spiked at the end of the day in the last 15 minutes. So we weren't able to keep that inside bar. Next up, we've got Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. And again, I've added this on here for you guys at the back. Has the ticker symbol and the time frame currently that we're on. You can see this gray writing here. Okay, so inside bar on BABA. Calls at 101.99, puts at 95.77, and we have time frame to the upside. And I know some of you guys have asked before. I tell you in every video, you can go into indicators, type in time frame continuity, and the author is Board Rider B. Okay, so that's this here. And the other thing that I can give you guys as a heads up, if you go into your indicators and type in candle type, the Strat, and it's by Crinklebind, and that will give you these. Okay, it'll give you the numbers so you know. You know you have the inside bar as a 1. You have the 2s here. You have a 2 here. So this is a 2 down because it only crossed the bottom of the preceding wick. This is a 2 up because it only crossed the top of the previous wick, okay? So I don't need these, but it's a good tool for you guys to use until you can see what you're looking at. So next up, BIDU. BIDU, another inside bar. Time frame to the day and the week are green, so we can take calls that are probable at 147.35, puts at 137.99. CCL is Carnival Cruise Lines, another inside bar. Day and week are green, so we can take calls at 19.15, puts at 18.25. WFC Wells Fargo, so here's a reversal setup, okay? Different than what we've seen from today on any other one. I'm just going to broaden this out for you guys so you get a clearer picture. So what we have here, this gap filled today. We talked about gaps. You can check out that video here. But this gap filled here, and we had a 2 down, but it finished green. Okay, so that gives me probability that this is going to continue higher tomorrow. So our day and week are green. Our quarterly and yearly are also green. If we tag over to the monthly chart and we put a line, well, 52.44 is where we would go green on the month. So if we go back to the day, I don't think we get there. That's way up here, so probably not. But the day and the week are green. We have a 2 down that finished green, so that gives us probability for a higher high tomorrow, or to move higher tomorrow. So we can take calls on this one at 51.49. And the other thing I'll tell you guys, so a lot of these places I've started to give you guys, the premiums are a little bit cheaper, and the bid ask, the spread is tighter. I stopped giving you guys plays that have a wide bid ask because I don't want you guys to get into a play 10% before you even 5 seconds into the play and you're 10% under. So these plays have small bid ask spreads normally, so just watch for that when you're getting in. The other thing we want to watch for is if we do gap up, again, this trigger becomes nullified. It's no longer good, and we start to play the gap. Okay, so again, check out here. You can check out the gap video that I've got here for you guys on how to play gaps if you have them in the morning. Next up is PG. That's Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble has another inside bar. Day and week are green, so calls are probable. Trigger 150.47. Puts trigger 148.52. SBUX, that's Starbucks, another inside bar with this little hammer candle here. Day and week are green. Calls 87.95. Puts 85.96. AMC has an inside bar. Day and week are green. It's a little tougher because we have this shooter here, and we can take calls at 15.60. Puts at 14.86. And shooters, guys, are usually a bearish pattern, and it just looks like a little hockey stick or a putter. And when I say hammer candle, it's a bullish pattern. It just looks like almost like this right here. We have this thick block here with the long wick on the bottom, okay? So lift is up next, LYFT. So here, this is a hammer candle on lift, and the day is red, the week is green, everything else is red. So I would look for puts on this one at 36.62 based on it being a 2 up that finished red. Okay, so that's on lift. DWAC, so guys, I put this on here just because it's a just because I like to follow DWAC because it involves Donald Trump. But whether you hate him or not, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. But I like to follow this stock regardless. So it has an inside bar. The bid ask might be a little wide on it. You can check it out in the morning. But we can take calls on it at 68.56, puts at 65.80 on DWAC. Walmart, same kind of idea. The bid ask might be a little wide, but check it in the morning. I like this one. It's got full time frame continuity to the upside. It's got a hammer candle. It was a 2 down that finished green. So we have a bunch of things going for us in our favor, okay? So number 1, we have the time frame. Number 2, we have a nice reversal setup where it was a 2 down, but it finished green. And the other thing, we have a hammer candle, which is a bullish pattern. So I will look for this to reverse tomorrow, and we will see how that one goes. Calls at 145.30 on Walmart. Okay, and that's it, guys. You can make sure you check out my top plays for tomorrow as well. I'll have that out in a separate video, so you guys can check that out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time watching all my videos, for subscribing, for following, for asking the questions, for commenting. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I feel like I'm here to serve you guys and help you guys out through your trading journey, and hopefully I'm doing that, and hopefully you guys are learning. So if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you thought it sucked, give me a thumbs down. Let me know why, and we will see you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.